30 seconds.
Roger.
20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Roll's completed.
Roger, roll complete.
There goes the pitch.
Roger, pitch. You're on your way, Molly Brown.
Yeah, man.
We're a little bit high on the flight path, but no problem, Molly Brown.
Okay, Molly Brown's go for staging.
Roger, looks good from here.
Roger. Program date received.
Roger, update.
Okay, there was staging.
Roger, stage.
And we're thrusting.
Okay, thrust looks good from here.
Show full scale route to there. Okay, we're starting to steer. The horizon's been right in view.
Roger.
Our GS is go.
Looks good from here.
Oh man, look at that.
Steering is good from here.
Stand by to copy 2-1.
Roger.
Delta V 139. GMTRC 155547. GETRC 013147. Roll left 55. GMTRB 160531. Roll right 65.
Roger, copy Delta V 139. GMTRC 155547. GETRC 013147. Roll left 55. GMTRB 160531. Roll right 65.
Roger.
Mountain Island, Capcom. Go ahead. Roger, your Texas burn will be 48 feet per second for 73 seconds. Okay, 48 feet per second for 73 seconds. So far we got your TR and Gemini load in. Your clocks look good on the ground. Everything's go here. See you next trip.
Molly Brown, Cape Capcom.
Go, Cape Capcom.
Look better from there than on a ballistic flight?
Say again.
Does it look better from there than on a ballistic flight?
I can't read the girl.
Roger, how do it look?
It looks great.
Right.
Carnarvon, Capcom, K-Flight.
This is Carnarvon, go ahead.
Ask him if any of the things we asked him to try did anything with the control system. I'm not concerned about it, just want to know how it acted. As far as we're concerned, he's go for the second.
What is going on, everybody? Good to see you. It is 7:48 p.m. here in Florida, and I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for about an hour or so. So, welcome. I still got the sniffles, as you can tell. I'm still a little under the weather, but I'm way better than I was over the past few days. Everybody in the family is feeling much better. So, yeah, welcome, guys. Little hangout tonight, low-key, little light-speed lounge action as I nurse this cold. But welcome, welcome, guys. I apologize. I probably should have taken some kind of medicine before I hopped on here. Just 90% of this being a grunt and a mucus-filled stream. But yeah, welcome, guys. Agent Commander War Machine, Stephen Malcolm, Leonardo Munoz, Arlex Ants, Max Margaritas. No, wait. Margaritas? Lieutenant Leroy, Davey Crotchkick. I like that. Sean Lehman, Alex M. Yado. Bick, what's up, Bick? Good to see you, man. Josh Bell, Yado. And Star Wars Story. Nice. So, what's going on? What's new? I started making I actually made that video that I've been talking about doing for a very long time where I opened all of my loot boxes. I had 123 to open. And I made a video. It's so stupid. It's like 25 minutes long, and it's the dumbest video I've ever made. It is so dumb, but I'm excited to get it out. It'll probably come out probably not tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be a Project Luminous video, little breakdown of all the news that's going to be coming out tonight when I'm asleep. So yeah, that stupid video will probably go up on Wednesday. But anyway, Star Wars Story, thank you so much for coming in with the first super chat and channel support of the stream. Star Wars Story says nothing. Silent. Star Wars Story wanted to be a silent supporter, and dude, I appreciate the ever-living hell out of that silent support. I greatly appreciate that, man. I hope you're having a good start of the week. And Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. What's the deal with Luminous? What the hell this Project Luminous hype all about? Ain't it a book? Reading is for nerds. Be rad and watch movies, you nerds. Yeah. So, I think maybe a lot of people are getting their hopes up that there's going to be some movie announcement or video game announcement or something like that. It's from everything that I've read, everything that I've heard, and granted, I haven't been in the weeds that deep with this stuff, but everything that I've heard is it's kind of the publishing wing of Lucasfilm putting out I guess a new direction for storytelling, and kind of maybe an era or a lump of stories brand new of an era that has never been explored before in Star Wars. And it seems like it is the publishing wing of Lucasfilm, and I think it's just going to be some like books and comics and whatnot, print material for Star Wars, which for whatever reason, a lot of people are thinking it's going to be games and TV shows and movies too, and I think maybe people have gotten themselves way too hyped up for what this is going to be. So yeah, I think from everything that we've seen, like a list of authors, we've seen all sorts of stuff of people that are going to participate in Project Luminous, and it seems like it is going to be books and comics and print material. So, keep your expectations, curb those expectations, curb that enthusiasm, I suppose, if you're not deeply into that kind of stuff, and go along with it, right? I'm excited to see what the big hype is for this, for Project Luminous, because, obviously we don't know too much about it, really anything about it, but I'm hoping that it's going to be, I'd be thrilled if it was a set of books kind of surrounding a time period of Star Wars that we have never explored before, right? So yeah, anyway, I appreciate the Lucasfilm wing of nerd crap. Readings for nerds. But I appreciate that, Vince. Sir Dual Saber, lots of streams recently. Awesome. Yeah, I usually stream like I would say 4 to 5 times a week, on average. Golly, guys, I apologize, man. I was fine all day until like I sat down and started talking on a microphone, and for whatever reason, it just started to hit me. But yeah. Fallen Order 2 apparently in development. How do you feel about that? Reventon 17. I'm completely. I mean, that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. And could that have been a real thing that leaked out or some real rumor? Of course. I mean, I could have started that rumor, right? I heard they're gonna be making a Jedi Fallen Order 2, a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. And chances are I would be right? So, no, I'm excited for it. There's no question in my mind that they're going to be making a sequel. It was a very successful game, both financially and also critically. And everybody that I've heard, for the most part, that's played it, loved it. So, it's not a surprise, and but it's a welcome, without a doubt, a welcome game for sure. But yeah. And Jet Blast 190, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Given Dave Filoni's affinity for World War II, my daughter believes that the Bad Batch is loosely based on the 1st Special Forces group, the Black Devils Brigade from World War II. Check them out. I can see that. Interesting. It's definitely, let me look that up. Let me see. I've never heard of that, actually. I accidentally just minimized all of my browsers and everything. There we go. What are they called? The Black Devils Brigade. 1st Special Force. American Canadian Commando Unit. In World War II. Interesting. I'm looking at pictures. I love it. Honored by Congress. I'll have to check this out. This is something that I'll definitely, tonight laying in bed, I'll be scrolling through some Wikipedia and checking this out. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this before. But there's no question in my mind. I mean, like, well, the Bad Batch is definitely kind of plays into a lot of the almost like Ninja Turtles in a way. There's a lot of cliche things with each character. You got the strong man, you got the nerdy guy, you got the Legolas sniper, right? You got Private Jackson. The fact that so wait, let me see. They were experts in hand-to-hand, particularly with knives. Interesting. No, this is kind of right up my alley, man. This is something that I'm gonna end up going down a rabbit hole with. Let's see. The elite World War II commando unit, nicknamed the Devil's Brigade, has received the Congressional Gold Medal. Americans. Let's see. Interesting. All right. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention, man. This is going to be tonight's laying in bed literature, but I appreciate that. Neither had I until she pointed it out to me. Rambo, Inspector Gadget, the Hulk, and Hawkeye. There you go. Exactly. That's awesome. But, dude, I appreciate that, man. I always like learning new things. High Republic confirmed, somebody said. Let's see. What if Project Luminous? Go on Twitter. High Republic confirmed Project Luminous. I appreciate that, Jet Blast. Thanks, man. I don't see. I'm gonna go to the official Star Wars. Let's see. The Bad Batch has arrived 1 hour ago. Project Luminous. Where is it? Alright. Project Luminous. Let's check it out. Latest. Cover leaked and I'm already drooling. Looks like an exciting project. We'll be exploring the High Republic era, Light of the Jedi by Charles Soule. Looks awesome and I can't wait to explore this unique time period. That's a cool cover. I'm looking at, yeah, the High Republic. Nice. So a cover leaked, I suppose? Or was posted early? Okay, cool. Nice. I like that. Is that a Wookiee with a lightsaber? Dig it. Nice. All right. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole tomorrow morning, man. I know they're going to be officially putting stuff out at 10 o'clock tonight, correct? 10 o'clock tonight. Or no, 10 o'clock my time, I think, right? 7 p.m. Pacific, I think. I'm going to be in bed. I'm going to be asleep. So when I wake up early, I'm going to be making a video about the Project Luminous announcement and everything. So I'll probably wake up at 4:30, get my coffee, and start reading and recording some audio. But interesting. I'm going to steer clear of this stuff right now because I'm streaming and I can't get sucked down a rabbit hole of a bunch of leaked covers. So anyway, Star Wars Story, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. HG finally got a new job, horticulture. Oh, nice. Any advice for starting a Star Wars discussion channel? Been on my mind for a while. Imagine your channel, but shittier. LOL. A Star Wars discussion channel. Interesting. So first of all, congratulations on the new job. That's I don't know what capacity you're going to be making. You're going to be participating in horticulture. Are you going to be growing stuff? Are you going to be who knows? Man, I can barely talk. I apologize, guys. My nose is so fucked up right now. But congratulations, man. That could be a really interesting career, and something that a passion could grow out of that job, But that's awesome, man. Congrats. So there are so many Star Wars channels. It's hard to be motivated. Yeah, there are a lot. There are a ton of Star Wars channels. There's a ton of Star Wars podcasts. But if you want to set yourself apart and have like a discussion channel, you could do. Man, that's really tough. Dude. If I had to start all over again, I don't even know where I'd begin. At times I feel like I should kind of rethink the way I do things and maybe try some different stuff. But if I had to start from scratch, I have no idea what I would do. I have no idea, man. To do a discussion channel, you could post every single video that you do could be in the form of a question, and then you could answer the question for yourself, but pose a question to everybody else. And then interact with people in the comments section, right? So you could ask a question, why didn't... I don't know. You could ask random questions, whether it be about known things in Star Wars, or questions of opinion, like stupid stuff like everybody always asks, what color is your favorite lightsaber, right? You can make that a video and then start a discussion that way, and you can interact in the comment section. That would be a fun way to kind of kick off like a discussion channel. Each individual video being a question to the audience, and that would be a fun way to kind of stir up, interaction for sure. But other than that, man, I don't even know. I don't even. It's so difficult to say. What would set yourself apart from just kind of the tsunami of Star Wars channels out there, right? Just the wall of Star Wars channels. It's crazy. Yeah, if you want to do a strictly like discussion video, I would recommend doing that. Every video have a question. The title of the video would be a question, and you could talk about it, and almost like a Q&A, but each video being its own question, and you discussing your answer, right? And you creating the question. And then you can actually take questions from people down in the comment section, and it could just be a chain that never ends, and just full of questions and conversation, and boom, 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 that compiles on each other. So, anyway, I appreciate that Star Wars story. And Caleb Kemp, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well this evening. I greatly appreciate that, man. Hello there, General Kenobi. There you go. Hope everything's going well for you. I apologize. The past couple, when I was planning on, we were planning on doing our stream on, was it Friday night? It might have been Thursday or Friday. Well, anyway, I think it was Friday that we took my daughter to, no, was it Thursday? I can't remember. We took our daughter to the doctor when my wife got off work at like 5. And, yeah, she had the flu. She's pretty much over it now. And the doctor was like, yeah, you guys probably have the flu too, so just rest. So we basically were dog shit sick from last Monday till about yesterday is when everybody started feeling better. But, so I had to cancel our Battlefront stream, long story short, which we will make that up for sure. We will absolutely make that up. But it's good to see you, man. And Caleb Kemp, finally working on my Battlefront 2 BB update review. Just edited my favorite gag, LOL, and keep an eye out. You make a cameo at the beginning. Haha. Nice, man. Nice. I like I said, I like the kind of the internal review structure of that video that you made, and I'm sure as you continue making them, you'll come up with better ideas and new ideas, and it'll get more and more polished. I think it's a really clever idea, and I'm excited to see where it pans out. But I appreciate that, man. Maybe tomorrow night. Actually, no, can't tomorrow. Let's do maybe Wednesday night. We'll play some Battlefront. Maybe an hour of Lightspeed Lounge and then a little bit of Battlefront action. But yeah. But I appreciate that, man. And Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Favorite cliche? Let's see. Favorite trope, if you will. Oh my god, I can't even think. Oh my god, what would be let's go with movies. Let's try to think of movies. I'm gonna have to Google this. How about this? All right, tropes, movies, film tropes, 35 movie tropes and how to avoid them in screenwriting. Okay, this is all right. I don't have a brain that can pull those things out that fast. Favorite cliche, favorite trope. Aliens, undead, villain's throne. Yeah, the villain's throne. That's kind of funny. Protagonist walks into a dark room, turns on a light, and there's the antagonist quietly waiting in his huge dramatic chair. Bonus points if they're petting a cat on their lap. High heels horror woman. A woman in a horror movie runs from the killer in high heels, walking from an explosion. Nothing says you're a macho action hero like silently walking away from a giant explosion. My hero having trouble getting the girl, just save her life and she'll magically fall in your arms. Misguided dad, a father who is more focused on his career than his family. Is that not every 90s movie? Don't worry, there's always some kind of external force that magically switches his thinking or forces him to change. Age-old wisdom. Everybody knows that the wisest characters are usually the oldest. That's funny. There are also probably a man with a long beard and glasses. That's a pretty good cliche. That's not a bad cliche. Let's see. What characters? He's right behind me, isn't he? What do characters love more than overconfident trash talking? They love doing it while the person they're talking about is right behind them. Awkward. That's a cliffhanger. The trope where someone is dangling off the edge of a cliff, faces certain death. Just as they begin to slip, the hero somehow manages to pull the safety no matter. That's a good one. That's in everything, right? What about Kylo Ren at the end of The Rise of Skywalker gets thrown down the shaft, and he just climbs back up. That's a pretty good cliche. It's not a favorite cliche. That is just a cliche. Windows of the soul. They say the eyes are the windows of the soul, but movies love showing characters able to know every thought by looking into someone's eyes. What? That doesn't ring a bell to me. This is a good one, Vince. This might be my favorite. Because what was it recently? Oh no, I was thinking of Clerks. So this is called Give Me a Beer. And it says, in movies, characters always ask for a beer, and the bartender always immediately gives it to them without question about brand, type, etc. Try that at your local bar this weekend and see how far it gets you. That's a good one. And the reason I said it kind of, I watched Clerks, a little bit of Clerks recently, and at the beginning, there's a kind of a gimme a beer moment, except for involving a pack of cigarettes. The characters just walk up and say, pack of cigarettes, and there's no kind of further discussion about what type. Dante just grabs one and puts it on the counter. So, gimme a beer is a pretty good one. I apologize for going down this rabbit hole. I could have, there's a lot, and I love movie tropes. Is that what it's called? Movie tropes? It's they're fun, running down the cliches of things that we've seen so many times, right? But anyway, Vince, that was a lot of talking for not much of an answer, but I appreciate that channel support this evening, man. And Caleb Kim, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support once again. You are a bold one, no worries. I ended up having to work when we planned to play together anyways. Oh, okay, so it worked out I guess it didn't work out, but I didn't technically screw you over by getting sick, huh? That works. I have Wednesday off, and that's the day the new update goes live too. We can try the new. Oh, perfect. Yeah, let's do that then. Okay, that's the perfect reason to do it. So, yeah, Caleb, let's do Wednesday, probably around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, if that's cool. We'll start. Let's just play an hour of Battlefront and see how it goes. What do you think? So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. But I appreciate that, man. Wednesday, Battlefront around 7:30, and be sure to have the update installed before I hop on. And Overlorded Sith, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. It's good to see you as always. Do you think we might see a Clone Wars version of the Darth Vader suit? If not, I won't be disappointed. If so, I would lose my mind. So, Overlorded, I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that we will. And me saying that, everything is riding on the direction that I think some of the Clone Wars is going. Let me further explain that. I think the Clone Wars is going to leapfrog into Revenge of the Sith, meaning that maybe the stories will be going along parallel with Revenge of the Sith. So we will be following Ahsoka during when Order 66 is executed, right? I kind of have a feeling that the events of the Clone Wars are going to start going into Revenge of the Sith. And there was hints of that in the trailers that we've seen, because some of the lines of dialogue actually are from Revenge of the Sith, and certain lines of dialogue are verbatim, like what Mace Windu says in Revenge of the Sith. So I think that's where most people's heads are at. So if that's the case, we could legitimately see Darth Vader at the end of the show. I don't know. Maybe that would be like a final shot or something like that, but I kind of have a feeling that we're going to see that. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you guys think we will see Vader at the end? Do you guys think it will the Clone Wars will leapfrog into Revenge of the Sith? I mean, I think that's going to be true, but I don't know if we'll see the Vader suit. And we don't technically need to. I mean, even if we see Anakin and Ahsoka and some of the Jedi conflicting and even... yeah, I don't know. Maybe Order 66 is executed, and we see all hell break loose from the perspective of many of the Jedi, and Ahsoka's perspective would be a fun one and interesting one to see, and I would love to see that. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see Vader, but not in a suit. Yeah, I mean, I suspect that we'll see kind of evil Anakin, right? But God, that's really tough, man. I don't know. Let's make some bets. I'm going to say Clone Wars is going to leapfrog into Revenge of the Sith territory and Order 66 territory. Are we going to see Vader in the suit? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say yes, it's going to take place. We're going to see some Order 66. We're going to see Order 66 from the perspective of Ahsoka, but we are not going to see Vader in the Darth Vader suit. That's my prediction. Cool? Cool. Anyway, I appreciate that, Sith. And Caleb Kemp, once again, thank you so much for the super chat. That works. Oh, I already talked about that. Sounds good. Perfect, man. Yeah, see you on Wednesday for sure. We'll do a little bit of Battlefront action with the new update. And let's see. Vince Wynn. Did I read that out of order? Okay, no, Star Wars Story. All right, sorry, guys. Star Wars Story. Thank you for the super chat and channel support as well this evening, man. My film pet peeves, talking parrots, never funny. And then you also said, and thunder and lightning is always in sync. Interesting. I've never really thought of that. Thunder and lightning is always in sync. It's, I guess, I mean, if the lightning is striking super close, that makes sense. But I guess I've never really thought about that. I guess that's kind of one of those dramatic storytelling effects that kind of bends reality a little bit, right? Or every single lightning bolt in every single movie just happens to hit 10 feet away from our characters and just instant, right? I've never really thought of that. My pet peeves, talking parrots, never funny. Talking parrots in movies. All right, let's see. Polly. Oh my God, there's a movie. What is this? Polly the talking parrot. Oh, it has the Tony Shalhoub, is that how you say it? It has Cheech Marin. Jay Moore. I haven't seen Jay Moore in a long time. What the hell is Jay Moore? Let's see. What is Jay Moore up to? Oh my God, I'm going down a goddamn rabbit hole again. I haven't. Saints Row. Okay. I haven't thought of Jay Moore in a very long time. Anyway, where was I? I've never really thought about the thunder and lightning thing. That's interesting. 20 best TV movies with birds and parrots. That is Fabio with a hybrid macaw. That is not what I was looking for. I'm going down this stupid rabbit hole. What about Aladdin? What was that? What was that bird? That wasn't a parrot. What was his name? Zazook? What was his name? Zazu? Zazu. Yeah, Zazu. Zazu, that's right. What was he? But you're talking about like a parrot who learns to who repeats what he says or she says in the cage and gets the owner in trouble or you know what I mean? I know what you're talking about. Oh my God. How did I get down this rabbit hole? I started searching for parrot movies and I came up with Polly, and I see the cast and I see Jay Moore, and then I go look at Zazu and Disney and Lion King. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway. Oh, did I say Aladdin? Yeah. Anyway. Iago. What? Gilbert Gottfried parrot was funny as hell to me. Yeah, I like Gilbert Gottfried. Anyway. Oh, did I mix them up? Okay. All right. I know the characters because I watch those damn music videos basically on a daily basis. And also, my daughter loves A Whole New World. She'll go, whole new world. It's adorable. Anyway, I appreciate that Star Wars story. And Vince Wynn, not sure what to call the trope, but I love the Indiana Jones style openings where it shows end of a less important adventure. Love that plot structure. Dude, you're absolutely right that I love starting it off with a bang, and I think my favorite one is probably Temple of Doom. I love it with the diamond and that whole just kind of club scene and short round driving, and I love that entire opening sequence. Da 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 da. Anything goes. Da 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 da. Love it. I love it. But yeah, I thought as I was reading that, Vince, I thought you were gonna say how every movie opens up with the Paramount logo, right there, you know. But it kind of morphs into the Paramount logo, or morphs out of the Paramount logo, and there's a mountain there, or as was the case with the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, it was a gopher thing. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. I love it. Da 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 da. All right. Let's see. Did I miss any? Nope. All right, cool. I'm going to butcher this name. I apologize. Azoziels? Netswork. Azoziels. Did I butcher that? I'm sure I did. But so I apologize through and through, man. But if you want to phonetically spell it in the chat, I will keep an eye out for it for sure. I'm gonna call you Netswork. How about that? Netswork couldn't bear to watch Order 66 again after the Clone Wars. I'm very interested to watch the prequels again. Not only just Order 66, but after watching, the entirety of the Clone Wars, and knowing that it's given me a broader perspective, or a more appreciation for the prequels, in that era specifically. And I haven't watched the prequels since I started the Clone Wars 2.5 years ago almost. So I really want to go back and see how it's influenced my view on those movies. And I think the end with Order 66, and now with all this context we have from the Clone Wars and all these characters and the villains and whatnot, I think it will mean more than it ever did just watching the movies. And that makes sense. You have more time to spend with these characters. There's more ideas to flesh out. You see, there's just more time to kind of get to know these characters, and when everything goes to hell, you're gonna feel it more, right? So, yeah, I'm excited to watch them though, man. Just going back into them after so many years. I can't think of the last time I sat down and watched the prequels in their entirety. It was probably in 2013 or 14. I didn't watch them back to back. I probably watched them within, 6 months of each other, leading into The Force Awakens, right? That was without a doubt the last time I've watched any of the prequel movies. So, it's German. Your pronunciation of Netzwerk is pretty good. Netzwerk. Okay. It's German. Oh, gotcha. All right. Das ist meine Bogengeschichte. Das ist meine Bogengeschichte. Is that this? is my... let's see. English to German. Das ist mein... Oh, never mind.
Das ist mein glückliches Gesicht.
Oh, no. That's not even close to what I was thinking. maybe my German teacher messed with me one time.
Das ist mein glückliches Gesicht.
Nope, that's not what I was thinking at all. This is my happy face. Oh, weird. All right. What was I saying then? Anyway, I appreciate that, man. Looking forward to jumping back into the prequels at some point. Maybe that would actually be a good video. Finish Clone Wars Season 7, go back and watch the prequels with an entirely new like perspective, you know. But anyway, what was I saying? Anything coherent? Netzwerk? Was I saying anything coherent? Das ist mein Bo. I'm gonna kill it here, but I remember like my maybe it was like a high school German teacher or something like that telling me how to say something, and it was like Das ist meine Bogengeschichte or I don't know. Something, I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate that, man. I'm probably saying something horrible. And Psychotic, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well, man. Psychotic says, yo, did you hear Nightbot wrote a book? Oddly enough, it's named the same title as yours. Nice. What did Nightbot recently post that? I wrote a book. It's called Sorry About the Mess. Check it out here. Nightbot, you're not supposed to advertise. You're not supposed to advertise on a live stream. It's not appropriate, Nightbot. But Psychotic, I appreciate that, man. I hope you enjoyed the book. I'm pretty sure you picked it up. I'm pretty sure I saw a picture or you mentioned it, but I'm not too sure. That reminds me, I really need to get the audiobook out. I wanted to get that out back in December, with the paperback version. Like, I wanted to get them out a couple weeks apart, but you know how it goes. So eventually that will come out as well, and you can hear my dumb voice read the dumb words that I wrote. But yeah, I appreciate that, Psychotic. And Vince Wynn, how often do you feel Larry is right and Curb? I guess often. Just because, like, you can see if you put yourself in his shoes and you're just like, you don't want to deal with people. You're not like he doesn't seem like egotistical to me, at least. He just wants to be left alone, and I don't know. It's funny to me. I don't know, man. If he's not right, you can at least see his point of view and why he thinks the way he thinks. I love that show through and through. I definitely haven't seen this newest season that just came out, or the season before, or the season before. I think I haven't seen the past 3 or 4 seasons, something like that. But yeah, it's such a funny ass show, man. The hardest joke I can't even repeat it. It involved Larry David. I think the hardest I've ever laughed in the show. It was Larry David. He went out to dinner, and you'll have to look it up, but the kamikazes got brought up, and it was such an awkward situation, and that is the perfect, like, Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm humor scene right there, and I could not stop laughing. So you probably, if you've seen the show, you probably know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. And Jet Blast 190, thank you so much as well, man. Dave Filoni has stated that the last time Anakin saw Ahsoka was before he left to rescue the Chancellor. That should coincide with the end of Season 7. Interesting. Huh. Dave Filoni has stated that the last time Anakin saw Ahsoka was before he left to rescue the Chancellor. That should coincide with the end of Season 7. That if that should. I think that's the way you're putting it. That should. Absolutely, that should. I think that would be the best place for like the show to end on, right? Anakin and Ahsoka, that final moment between them. And if Filoni said that, the last time they saw one another was at that moment. Yeah. I think the show almost has to end like that, It almost has to end but at I don't know, some kind of confrontation between Anakin and Ahsoka, some kind of like deeply heartfelt oh, is Jet Blast like really delayed? I see him posting about Iago and Zazu. I feel like it was 30 minutes ago. I hope not. But yeah. Anyway, I hope that's the case. I really do want the show to kind of leapfrog, like I said, into Revenge of the Sith, because that will just kind of flesh out an entirely new timeline we can play around with, right? We get past Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, that middle ground, and now we're in the deep shit with kind of everything going crazy in Order 66 and hell breaking loose. And I think that is that is what we need to see as an audience with Ahsoka. I think that's kind of what we really need to see, because there's a lot of mystery about what happens to her, immediately after that. So anyway, I appreciate that. Jet Blast. And Vince Wynn, once again, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Is there a game you wish you played but now realize there's no chance in hell you will ever get around to it? I regret not playing Witcher 3. Yeah. So I think Jesus. I think my biggest video game regrets, the games that it's a series, the games that I've never really played before. I've played maybe like 5 hours of the first one, but I don't even remember it, and I just whatever. I didn't put much time or effort into it. Mass Effect, sure, the first game, but the entire series. I wish I would have played them as they were coming out. I just, at the time, I couldn't get into... I've never really been able to get really deep into a single-player game. I kind of have video game ADD sometimes, I feel like. If I'm not playing with my friends online or not playing online and multiplayer, I kind of get a little bored and need to connect with the world again. It's hard to explain. But I really wish I would have played the Mass Effect franchise as it was coming out, because... I mean, the little bit that I have played of the first one, I mean, the soundtrack is incredible. Just the atmosphere is incredible. And those two things alone are enough. That sci-fi, is enough to pull me in. And the gameplay is fun. Like I said, the little bit that I did play. I actually bought Andromeda when it first came out, but I only played a couple hours. I just couldn't get into it. It's weird, man. I just, I wish I had... I could stream Mass Effect, actually. I actually could stream Mass Effect. I have it on the PC on Steam. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, man. Maybe I'll do that. That'll be my next single-player game that I play through. Now, let's see how long that is. How long is Mass Effect 1? If you rush through the main story, you will finish it in around 8 to 12 hours, depending on difficulty. What? That's really quick. It took me 10 hours just doing the main quest only, although I did do one side quest, but I finished that in like 20 minutes. So, if you rush through the main story, you'll finish it around... Personally, I finished it on normal, and I really took my time in choosing dialogue. It took me 13 hours. That was a thorough playthrough 10 years ago. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, that's if there is one game that I regret, or series of games that I regret not playing when they came out, was Mass Effect. Oh, Escape from Tarkov. Wick, my buddy actually texted me the other day about that. He said it's something that I would like. And it's like a kind of like a PUBG kind of thing. Escape is an indie story-driven, massively multiplayer online first-person shooter video game featuring elements of role-playing and simulation. Okay, so yeah, my buddy actually, the guy that I've been playing games with since I was like 13, told me to check it out. So I don't know anything about it, but it looks like something that we would enjoy playing together. So anyway, but I appreciate that, Vince. To say that BioWare dropped the ball with Mass Effect Andromeda is to be a comedy man. Video game donkey. I haven't. Well, with video game donkey. What, is that a real person? Video game donkey. It is a real person. It's a very big person. Not like size-wise, but it's a very well-known person. He's been on H3 podcast. He has... This is how little I'm connected to the internet as a culture. He has 6 million subscribers. That's hilarious. I don't know shit about YouTube, Vince. That's hilarious, man. That's funny. Anyway, I appreciate that. And Star Wars Story. Thank you so much as well. Favorite curb moment. Exterminator kills dog during kids play. I don't think have I seen that. Curb your enthusiasm. Exterminator dog. Let's see. Curb the rat dog? Season 6. So, okay, I might... Is this the one? Let's see. Let's see. I apologize. Star Wars Story. Let's see here. The rat dog. That must be it, right? The rat dog. Okay, so I think I have. Let me see. Curb Your Enthusiasm seasons. Season 10. I'm trying to think what seasons I've seen. I don't know if I've gotten to season 6 yet. It has 10 seasons. Let me see. So, season 10 this year. Season 9. Season 6. I don't think I've gone to that, to tell you the truth. Oh, one sec.
Special edition reviews, and I love your content. I was wondering if you have seen any of the new SW comics like Vader or any novels. Do you have opinions on them? Thank you for your service.
Patrick Foley, thank you so much for the incredibly generous super chat and channel support this evening, man. I greatly appreciate that, and not only that, more importantly, I appreciate you tuning in all these years. My, how the channel has changed, right, since 2011, and those silly, fun videos that kind of kickstarted this channel. But dude, thank you so much for tuning in all these years, and thank you for the kind words. I appreciate the hell out of that. So, yes, I've read a little bit, and I'm trying to think, man. I think I've read like 8 issues of Dark Lord of the Sith. I've never been that much of a comic reader. For whatever reason, I've just never been into really deep much of a comic reader. I used to read like Superman comics back in the day when I was a kid. That's really about it. So, yeah. So I think I actually made videos about maybe 8 issues of the Dark Lord of the Sith comic. I enjoyed it, and then for whatever reason, I just stopped reading it and stopped reviewing it. That's kind of the trend in my life when it comes to comic books. I will start and I will not finish. I did that with a comic called Why the Last Man. I was so into it. I bought like the hardcover compendiums, and I was into it, and I loved it, and the story was so great. And then I bought like 4 books, and I never continued the story. I don't know why. I have a habit of doing that. But the novels I have. So here's the ones that I've read of modern Star Wars books. I read Ahsoka. I read Thrawn. I read Last Shot. I read Bloodline. Let's see. Thrawn, Ahsoka, Last Shot, Bloodline. Is that it? That might be it. I think that's it. So I've read 4 of the modern canon novels. My least favorite one. Oh god, that's really tough though. I'm trying to think. But my favorite one by far, Patrick, is Bloodline. I thought Bloodline was such a fun kind of political thriller. A lot of mystery, a lot of like, don't judge a book by its cover, right? In terms of people, the people you think are going to be villains are not villains. And I just love the political posturing of that book. I loved Casturfo as a character. He's probably my favorite Star Wars character that isn't like on TV or film, right? He's probably my favorite book character that we've seen. So Bloodline is my favorite one. It's my favorite Star Wars book, period. And then my second favorite was probably Ahsoka, to tell you the truth. Ahsoka was just a really fun, kind of adventurous book. Person on the run, trying to stay low-key and helping people when she could and getting involved with certain things. Ahsoka was a lot of fun. I think a lot of people were kind of poo-pooing that book, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. And then my third favorite was probably... I think I liked Last Shot more than Thrawn, man. I appreciate Thrawn and Heir to the Empire and stuff like that, but Thrawn to me is kind of exhausting as a character. He kind of reminds me of the detective in what's that? Murder on the Orient Express, right? He reminds me of that detective. And by that I mean he's so good, right? This detective can walk onto a train car and look around and sees all the evidence in a blink of an eye, and boom, he's solved the murder, he's solved the mystery, he's captured the bad guy in an instant. He's just too good. It's not fun, right? It's just too good. Why is that fun to watch? Thrawn is kind of like that to me, in a completely different form. Like sure, there's an explanation of his alien race, and it makes sense internally in the universe, but as like a character on paper that you're reading, there's just not much depth there. He's just kind of like the perfect tactician. He's fun. He's almost like he would be more fun as like a side character to me instead of just, I don't know. I got sick of Thrawn pretty quick. The book was great, but as a character, I don't know. But Last Shot, so my probably in the order that, or the 4 books that I've read in modern canon, and I need to read more. I really want to read Alphabet Squadron, and I still want to read Master and Apprentice, but we're gonna have all this Project Luminous stuff coming out soon, so I'm sure we'll hop on that. But that being said, the order of those 4 from favorite to least was probably Bloodline, Ahsoka, Last Shot, and Thrawn. So anyway, But Patrick, dude, thank you so much for the kind words and tuning in all these years, and thank you so much for the channel support tonight, man. I appreciate the ever living hell out of it, and I hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. I'm looking forward to the Luminous announcement in like an hour and 20 minutes. I'm hoping to be asleep by then, and then waking up at 4:30 to make a video about it and read all about it in the morning. So anyway, I appreciate that. Vince Wynn. Vince Wynn and Vince Wynn and Vince Wynn. Thank you so much, Vince Wynn, for the super chats and channel supports, man. Prince of Darkness 1987. Y'all play Deliver Us the Moon. Y'all play... Oh, Deliver Us the Moon. Yeah, that's what you're listening to right now, I believe, right? Is that from this soundtrack? Nope, it's not. But Deliver... Oh, no. Oh, Deliver Us... This is not what I'm thinking. That's not what I'm thinking of. Us the Moon. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I believe it's on my Steam wish list. Let me pull up Steam. How do you get to your Steam wish list? Oh, here we go. Wish list. Yep, it's on my wish list. 1874. It's on sale. 25. So very positive. Very positive. Deliver Us the Moon is a sci-fi thriller set in apocalyptic near future where Earth's natural resources are depleted. A lone astronaut is sent to the moon on a critical mission to save humanity from extinction. Yep, this has been something that I've had my eye on actually, and I just never got around to playing it. I actually forgot about it. So yeah, I'll probably end up getting it at some point. I also, at some point, I wanted to pick up Surviving Mars, but that is a game that I think will just, will really have to, I don't know, man. I don't have time to play that game. The Blackout Club. I forgot about the Blackout Club. I wanted to play the Blackout Club. That looked like a fun game. First-person co-op horror game centered around a group of teenage friends investigating a monstrous secret beneath the skin of their small town. I'm looking at my wish list right now and realizing that there's a lot of games on here that I forgot that I kind of wanted to play. It's funny. But anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. So you've read Watchmen, all of it, right? No, I don't know anything about Watchmen, man. The only thing I know about Watchmen was the movie that came out years ago. I don't know. Man, I don't know shit about the vast majority of comic books out there. I'm nothing. I've heard great things about the TV show that's on HBO, I think, right? I might end up checking that out at some point, but we'll see. I kind of maybe like a couple years from now when you know the seasons have already rolled through and it's on season 5 or 6, that's when we'll dive in so we can binge watch it. I love doing that. I just love having a ton of episodes. I also like waiting, right? The anticipation is fun, but there's something enjoyable about jumping into a show that everybody has already watched and catching up to where they're at. I don't know why. It's something fun. But anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. And Psychotic, whenever I finish my first chapter of my comic, I'm going to send you a copy and I'll force you to read it and review it. Haha, if you don't, I'll bug you. Go for it, man. Don't send it to me in person or like to an address. But yeah, send it to me on Twitter. I'd love to check it out for sure. Absolutely. But I would love to, well, you just made me remember. I've always wanted to get a P.O. box. I've never looked into it. It would be fun to do. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I'd probably, hey guys, I have a P.O. box, and I'd get a bunch of stupid shit in the mail. Like, not cool stuff. I'm saying people would probably send like dumb, like really dumb and weird shit. Like, I'd probably just get, I don't know. Like when we were in high school, we signed my buddy up under like 50 different names, or it got like 50 different Victoria's Secret catalogs sent to my buddy's house every month. we just signed up under different names, and yeah, stupid. That kind of shit. I'd probably just get a bunch of nonsense, right? But anyway, psychotic. Yeah, man. Feel free to shoot it my way. Vince, when Bloodline is your favorite? Ahem. Don't you mean insert dummed? Book title here. Hashtag Greedo is a hack. Don't you mean something from Legends? Don't you mean something from Legends? I believe that you are mistaken. I believe the title of the book that you said was your favorite was supposed to be a Legends book. Legends books are the best books, and the best books are the Legends books. Legends books are the best books, and the best books are the Legends books. Legends books are the best books, and the best books are the Legends books. That's like a mantra. Legends books are the best books, and the best books are Legends books. Just repeat that. You'll go into another dimension, man. Legends books are the best books, and the best books are the Legends books. Legends books are the best books, and the best books are the Legends books. That's funny. Oh, I really wanted to read Queen's Shadow and Master Apprentice. I don't know. I haven't read any of those, though, Bearded Emperor. I broke him. Sorry, guys. The pull string is damaged. The chip in the brain is gone. But I appreciate that, Vince. Star Wars story. Did you know Lucas made changes to the prequels to especially Episode 2? Yeah, I believe I've made a video about all the changes to the prequels as well. There's certain things like Yoda was originally a puppet in the theatrical cut, but I believe all of the subsequent versions from DVD onward, I could be wrong about this, have CG Yoda in the Phantom Menace. I could be wrong. But yes, I'm familiar, not so much, not as familiar with the changes made to the prequels as I am with the OT, just because I'm not as familiar with the prequel trilogy. You know, it just boils down to that. So, yep, I knew that he made changes here and there to the prequels. None of them are as drastic, if I'm remembering correctly. Although Yoda puppet to Yoda CG is pretty drastic, you know. But yeah, the Yoda puppet always looked off in the Phantom Menace. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes, CG started with the Blu-ray. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, is that true? Okay. Really? Let's see. If two people are saying that, I'd have no reason to doubt. The Phantom Menace puppet Yoda. However, the 2011 Blu-ray release of the Phantom Menace Yoda. Yep, 2011. Interesting. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the Yoda puppet in the Phantom Menace is so off. It's weird. I don't know. It's strange. Anyway, I appreciate that Star Wars story. Oh, I thought Yoda and TLJ looked spot on, man. TLJ Yoda. I thought TLJ Yoda, to me, looked, I mean, maybe a little chunkier, but I thought it's definitely the best Yoda puppet we've had since Empire, for sure. Or since Jedi, rather. I thought he looked pretty great. Definitely better than Phantom Menace puppet Yoda, that's for sure. Anyway, a little chunky. I will admit that, a little chunky. Glad he wasn't CG though. Glad he wasn't CG bearded. All right, let's see. All right, last couple super chats, and then I'm gonna jump off here. Done editing my video. Congrats there, Caleb Kemp. I appreciate that. I guess now it's time to render it. Fire it my way when you get it all uploaded, and I'll give it a watch. But yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Sorry, man. I was Googling something. All right. Cool. All right, Caleb. Yeah, when it's done, man, fire it my way. I'll give it a shot. Give it a watch. Star Wars story. HG, you're going back to your G. McFly mentality. George McFly mentality. Get a PO. He changed 2 scene structures in episode 2 Blu-ray. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm not too familiar with that. Attack of the Clones. Changes Blu-ray. Ah, okay. Let's see here. List of Star Wars changes, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to these same exact websites and whatnot. So Attack of the Clones, the Blu-ray, the colors are even changed. So why? Even this, why? Picture for orientation during his nightmare. Somebody dating now is mother calling him talking in sleep. Oh, okay, that was a change. Oh, interesting. That was a change for the Blu-ray version? Huh. The scene in which Dooku flees was recut. The DVD version is better, though, so it's recut. Oh, I see exactly what you're talking about, Star Wars story. On the DVD version, Dooku flies away and then the fight, and then on the Blu-ray version, the fight, and then Dooku flies away. That makes sense. Wow, interesting. That's really interesting. I don't think I was familiar with that. That's interesting. That's a pretty huge change. Huh, interesting. Anyway, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention, man. But yeah. Will your audio book include quick sips? No. I think it's already. I actually might have to completely re-record all of the audio vents. I think I did it in a wrong like kilobits. Is that what it is? Kilobit thing? I don't know. I think I did it in a wrong like quality of audio. I think it's too low for what Audible wants, which sucks. Because I did record all of the chapters. It takes hours and hours and hours and hours to do that. I'm gonna try to figure out if I can mess with it and kind of skirt the system, because it doesn't sound bad. It sounds like, you know, what my videos sound like. So we shall see. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. Now let me take a quick sip. I'm very thirsty. And Star Wars Story coming in with a final super chat and channel support of the stream. Do you do follow for follow on Twitter? I don't normally do. I barely do much on Twitter at all, other than announce that I'm streaming. But Sith Station, Star Wars Story. There we go. Yeah. Oh, you haven't posted anything. Did you recently join? Oh, you must have recently joined. January 23rd. Oh, nice. Nice. Star Wars Story finally made a Twitter. Oh, I'm looking. Okay. Here, that video I made for you. No, oh, nice. Okay. Followed. There we go. Boom. Sweet. All right. Cool. Nice, man. I'll check out this video too. But, all right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Star Wars Story. Thanks for hopping on. I got that follow for you. Yeah. I didn't realize that you just created a Twitter account. That's cool. Be careful. It can be a little crazy out there. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. So, I might do a Yoda puppet video now. Yoda puppet. I'm gonna create folders because I'm very forgetful at times. Let's see here. If I don't create a folder of a video that I have an idea for, then I will forget that video idea for sure. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. To everybody who sent over some love with super chats and channel support this evening, I appreciate the hell out of it. Project Luminous announcement tonight. I will be hopefully asleep for it, waking up at 4:30 to talk about it. Other than that, I got a fun little video, a dumb video where I open up 123 loot boxes, and it took like 30 minutes to do, and it's the dumbest video I've ever made, which means I love it. So, anyway, guys. All right, guys. Thanks to everybody who supported the channel. Thanks to everybody who tuned in and hung out in the chat. I apologize for still being a little under the weather. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I feel a little sluggish and slower than I normally am. And obviously you got that phlegm that I'm constantly gutting up, but it'll get better soon. So anyway, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me this evening. Have a good rest of your week. I will see you guys tomorrow night for a little stream. And if I don't see you then, I'll see you when I see you. Cool? All right. Have a good afternoon, morning, evening, wherever the hell you are on this planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.